My mom is a teacher at my school. She is 40 years old and I am 16 years old. If you want to do something different during your free time, you can be a teacher's helper at our school. They mostly do things like grade their papers, make copies, guide them, and so on. It's usually just the teacher's best student at the time. First week of school, I learned that my mom picked Dave 17 to be her AITAH. Since middle school, Dave has made my life a living hell. Since 6th grade, he has picked on me badly, both physically and mentally. But I don't want to go into all the bad things he's done to me. The school and my parents know about it all. He has been in a lot of talks with school officials and been suspended, but that has never stopped him. Thanks to high school, I don't have to see him as often, which is nice, but the times I do are always bad. It was clear that I was hurt and confused when I learned that he was her new AITAH. I asked her why she wanted to spend more time with a person who was making my life so bad. She said he was in one of her classes and that he's not such a bad kid after all. But she can't tell me about his terrible home life, which is what makes him act out. Just so you know, my mom has always felt bad for kids who come from bad homes. When I told her all the bad things he had done to me, she said she got it and that he needs help right now. I told her, I get it, but why does it have to be you? Our school is very big and there are lots of teachers and staff who can help him. Why do you have to be the one? She told me not to be so greedy because some kids have it much worse than I do. She's only trying to help. Being honest with her, I told her that she was DD to me if she kept having him help her. He was more important to her than me, so she would no longer be my mother. It was over between us. I was leaving as soon as I turned 18, and she would never hear from me again. She rolled her eyes and told me I was being emotional, but I was not allowed to talk to her for a few days. I still didn't want to talk to her, so my dad tried to make me. Still, I said no, so over the last few weeks they took almost everything away from me one by one. I've lost my car, computer, guitar, and most recently my art supplies. When I get home from school, I have to go right to my room and can't go anywhere else until I talk to her again. They don't understand that this is only making me more determined. I'm gonna sit alone in this room every day until I turn 18. They will never see me again. When my mom comes in crying and begs me to talk to her, I feel bad, but she still won't get rid of Dave as her helper. Do you think this is too much? I feel really lied to. Update. It's my fault that I stopped answering everyone's questions. This came out of nowhere and scared me. I almost wiped it a few times because I was afraid someone from school would see it and know who I am. But hearing from everyone that it wasn't my fault made me feel a lot better about the idea that someone I know might see it. Many of you made a good point when you said that if I'm going to go this way, I need to make a plan for what I'm going to do when I get out. I thought about joining the service like some people said, but then I remembered that my school has a trade program. First, you spend half of the day at our school. Then, you take skill classes at the community college nearby. Depending on what you do, I think you can get an associate's degree or any other credentials you need by the time you finish. Today at lunch, I told my guidance counselor that I wanted to switch to that school. Why do you want to change now? She asked, since I was already taking AP classes and planning to go to college. When she asked me if I wanted to talk about it, I said no. But I thought this was the best way to get ready for being on my own when I finished. She told me that it might be too late to change this term, but she would check into it and let me know.